to you on yet another episode of the program, Political Actors. I am your host, Rashida Yahaya. Last week, we brought you an interesting guest, Dr. Mrs. Amina Zanna Ibrahim, National Welfare Officer, Tinubu Torchbearers. Hajia Amina is a politician, she's an entrepreneur, and we are here again today to continue on some aspects where we were not able to touch on the last interview. Doctor, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Can you specifically tell us some of the key achievements of the President Bola Tinubu's administration?
One of the major achievements of my president, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is that subsidy removal, number one. I know it's controversial. It has come with its own challenges, but, remember, before the advent of this administration, government workers were talking about salary. For 8 months, some people are not paid salary. For 2 years, they have not received salary, federal government workers, state government workers. Governments have to borrow money to pay salaries. Now, the removal of this subsidy has unlocked resources for government to pay salaries and to also use it for developmental projects across the country. So it's a very game changer, this subsidy removal. I know it's a very difficult decision, but Mr. President was bold enough to take it on behalf of the country, and that is what leadership is all about. And Nigerians, I know it affecting all of us. I buy fuel at a higher rate, but it has also made us to bring out that creativity. Human beings are at their best when overcoming the odds of having to augment the living standard. Things they are used to, they cannot have because subsidy has removed. That has made us to be creative, to look inwards and bring out the best in us to overcome that challenges. And it's also unlock resources, the human capacity to innovate. You understand? So subsidy removal enable us to pay salaries, enable government to afford expenses without having to borrow. That is one major milestone. In agriculture, a lot of subsidies are given to farmers, tractors, seeds. So government is also trying to boost agriculture in that sector, which is Nigeria. 80% of us depend on agriculture. Most Nigerians are peasant farmers, and that is also helping the economy. It also helps to reduce the inflationary pressure. And this inflation that we are also crying, that is a global phenomenon. England, America, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, everywhere you go, prices are very high now, and everybody is complaining. So this problem is not peculiar to Nigeria. I think since from after the pandemic, inflationary pressures is a global thing, and Nigeria is not an exception. So it's not the subsidy removal that brought it. It may have added to it, but our government's incentives, government interventions are alleviating it. Apart from that, there are social investments that government is making on Nigerians. There are a lot of cash transfers to people to start their businesses, a lot of it ongoing in different parts of Nigeria, in most of the states, and especially our First Lady, she's doing her best. Was it last month? She gave about 27,000 women, about 50,000 each, to invest in their businesses. And a lot of that is also ongoing. So these are social interventions that government is taking to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal. And apart the construction, the capital investment, as I said, the roads. I know Gombe to Maiduguri, they are doing roads. In this FCT, whoever said that road project has not improved their movement in FCT will be lying to you. Am I right? Every nooks and crannies of Abuja is massively transformed with beautiful connectivity.
Structures can be seen, because I know of about 3, 4, or 5 flyovers that were constructed, but this is within Abuja. Looking at the poverty level, the masses are crying every day. There is speculations or complaints that most of the interventions that we're talking about doesn't reach the people at the grassroots, and rather we are seeing the president throwing money around for campaigns. What do you think about that?
We have not started campaign. Whatever money that you see circulate, they are social intervention programs. And our president happened to be the one on seat. So it may be seen as campaign, but he's actually doing his job as the president of Nigeria. So president is doing a lot, and reaching the grassroots is our responsibility as Nigerians. Mr. President cannot do everything for us, right? So he can give our governors monies. Our governors will also have to send to those people. Our governors cannot directly go and give these monies to individuals. So we need to set our priorities right. We have to be honest ourselves, and then we have to have that integrity so that whatever is given to us to take to the masses reaches the masses. So we cannot blame Mr. President for what other people might have done to prevent the benefits reaching the grassroots.
There are lots of interventions. Many will be advertised, people will apply, and at the end of the day, you don't hear anything about it. What are they doing towards ensuring that such interventions are out to the public? Because they will bring out one, before it's being executed, another one will come, who are in charge of taking care of, those interventions, ensure that it gets to the people.
It still boils down to the problem of honesty, integrity as Nigerians. So we need value reorientation in this country for us to be honest. And what's given goes down to who it belongs to. So if what this intervention is announced and another one is announced, it doesn't mean that the first announced one has not been disbursed. You cannot go you have not gone into individual accounts to know whether the monies have entered their account. I have a particular issue I was discussing with one of my cousins in Kano. He was saying a lot of people in Kano have received massive intervention, 70,000, 50,000, 80, 200,000 entering their account, but they don't even know where it is coming from. Some people are thinking it's maybe coming from some NGOs or things like that. So there is also misinformation. Maybe this intervention might be misread as something else, maybe something some NGO sent. Meanwhile, it is coming from the federal government. Because maybe the federal government might have used some proxies or some companies to disburse those funds. But it's coming from the government, and the masses don't know. They just receive aladi and they don't know where they are getting from. I've had a lot of that too. So I think information dissemination and announcement when these things are done is important, and I'm sure government is doing something about that.
Okay, it has been a very, very interesting conversation with Dr. Amina. What is the government of the day doing, and how do they intend to improve so that healthcare will no longer be an issue in Nigeria?
I am not the government. I am campaigning for my government, but I'm not yet there. And I'm not in charge of this decision making. But I think they are hearing you, so they will do something about it.
As an appointee, you can also take a feedback to the president. Maybe, okay, this is what the people are saying. Because if you're selling something, you have to convince somebody that, okay, this is how good it is, and this is what you stand to gain. So that is why we can't get to the president directly.
In the age of social media, everybody speaks their mind.
What Mr. President said is no longer on social media. So
but his team are. If he is not there, his team are, and they will relate to that.
What are those priority areas that you want the government to focus on as an appointee? What are those things? Because you are much more closer to the people than the government itself. What are those key areas?
Okay, now, the key areas I want government to focus on going forward is that people focus policy. We should be listening to people for their cries and also invite them to make suggestions in such difficult things as fuel subsidy removal. If you place those people making those noise to make a decision what is the way forward, they will bring some constructive solution. I think so. People focus policies is what government needs to focus on. While other things, interventions are going on, it's also important to listen to the people and talk to them. And I think Mr. President is addressing that. He always says, I feel your pain. Necessary step to take our country forward is a temporary discomfort to take us to the promised land, to the developed land, and nothing good comes easy. So developing Nigeria and bringing it to one of the best economies in the world comes at its own cost, and those costs are the ones we are experiencing, like high prices, hardship, and things like that people are complaining about.
You speak so passionately about Mr. President, and I hope and believe that he will deliver. Yes, before any country, like this developed countries, before they get to where they are, there has been some sacrifices. The people sacrificed, the government sacrificed. There was a lot of patience that took place before we actually get there. So we hope and pray that Nigerians too will get there. So if viewers out there that are looking at you now, what parting words do you have for them?
Be patient. I know that even in your household, if you want to create something beautiful or you want to invest, you have to take off some unnecessary costs. We are doing some expenses that are not very necessary and does not improve our lives, but all the same we do it. Maybe aimless socializing, going out, clubbing, drinking, you understand, and excesses, and partying, and throwing money here and there that are not necessary can be reinvested back to more important expenses at home, and also we should be able to save, invest, and also be productive so that we overcome these challenges. We need to increase the value of goods and services we produce, or whatever we do as human beings and as Nigerians, for us to overcome these challenges. Once your income increases, you don't feel the economy the way you are feeling now. So the best way is to overcome it is to increase your income and reduces the unnecessary expenses. Once things that are unnecessary, like Ashobi, that we do going for wedding, you understand, if you remove those things, those that are misplaced priorities, if you remove them, I think it's going to unlock value that will take care of the essentials. Yeah. Code of conduct, discipline has to be brought back to Nigeria. Like the time of Baba Buhari that came at his first regime, I think he did war against indiscipline and corruption. Something like that needs to come back. The National Orientation Agency that is saddled with this responsibility needs to really make a conscious effort every single day, every minute, at every level of media, social media, print media, and to create awareness so that we become better people as Nigerians. We should stop complaining, Nigerians, because if you even complain, you are giving that power away to somebody. When you complain about your government, about the weather, and about everything, that is what Nigerians are very good at doing. When you go to the social media, they want to break the social media with complaint all that. So this doesn't help us, because Nigerians, whatever we focus on, increases and expands. So why don't we focus on the positive things of life so that those good things improves? Even the dividends is already showing itself.
Okay.
It's showing itself in good road connectivity across the country. It's showing in social interventions. It's showing itself in agricultural support and all the good things that are coming, and more better things are coming to Nigeria by God's grace.
Amen.
The good things Mr. President is doing. My office, the Tinubu Torchbearers, convened by the national woman leader, Dr. Mary Alile Idele, is doing a lot. Is doing a lot to make Nigeria greater. She's organizing every week entrepreneurship training. What is this for? It's to make Nigeria greater. It's to help the SMEs, isn't it? So that is ongoing. Every week prayer, both faiths, Muslim, Christian prayer is also going. Apart from empowerment, massive empowerments are also ongoing. The first day that our TTB was commissioned, she did a lot of cash gifts to Nigerians. So all these are augmenting the work of Mr. President. The whole sole aim of that our TTB is to make sure that Mr. President and all the APC candidates win the general election in come 2027.
With Dr. Amina, Zanna Ibrahim. Thank you very much for this wonderful submission. I hope and pray as Nigerians we will have better and brighter days ahead. Well, viewers, it has been a very, very jolly, good ride and a wonderful conversation with Dr. Amina Zanna Ibrahim. Keep engaged with us on yet another episode as we bring you another vibrant discussant. I remain yours, Rashida Yahaya. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Thank you for watching and bye for now.